After 15 years of Monster Hunter, it is time to decide which monster is the best. And these are the only two people qualified for the job. Welcome back to Ultimate Turf Wars.
Well, I'm just gonna permanently drum roll while talking, or you have no choice but to have drum rolls in at some point.
I'll just re-record your voice through my voice and just use the same words.
You can't just do an impression of what I say.
You can't just do an impression of what I say.
Stop it.
Stop it.
Stop it. Stop it. And Rostarambaros lost.
By a lot.
Yeah, it's fair enough, to be fair. It's a deviant.
I don't know if it should be quite that much, but like I do
Maybe
accept
not that
those.
much. I don't understand how Devil Joe has this many votes. I think that's people just like, and a combination of, I love Devil Joe though, because this should have been 100% to 0. So, okay, 99% to 1. All right, if we're going to have a fair statistical evaluation. Holy fuck. 52 to 48.
Wait, but why is it winning? Kelby are immortal. I voted for Kelby.
Yeah! It doesn't make it. Can we overrule this one?
I think we might have to.
Overruled.
All right.
2 random matchups. 2 ridiculous rumps.
How are
2.
you doing that to your voice?
Doing what to my voice?
Just made it sound crazy.
Made it sound...
Deep and epic.
Wow. Can I try that? Here, let me give it a go.
We're about to try the first monster.
3, 2, 1, Ixo! What?
What happened to only draw the face?
All right, okay, I want you to take that image, okay,
Yeah.
and then remove everything that isn't her face, which is to say the brown line, the orange line above it, and the
No,
two
I'm
yellow
aware.
dots.
I'm aware that's what you drew as her face.
Okay, and you tell me you would have been like, oh yes, Celtist Queen!
No, I wouldn't, but I don't think you know what I put there. But I stuck to the rules.
Are they teeth?
I'm not sure. I looked at a picture and I was like, okay, I'll use
They're like,
this.
kill me. His eyes are looking all concerned at the top of its head, and the little black thing's its little nose, and it's in so much pain. So like genuinely, I don't understand which crab is this?
It's Stone Fist, okay?
Oh, okay, that makes more
With
sense.
the little black lines.
3,
that
2,
help
1,
emphasize.
go! Celta's Queen. Oh, Queen of Oz. Celta's Queen. You get extra fight points for a little limerick at the start. So
No, you don't.
So this is obvious. You can't talk during my thing. All right, you lose points for that, in fact. So obviously this is one of the first 2v1s because you can't have a Celtus Queen without the Celtus. That's literally what they do. They track them in and then use them as weapons. So you have to have the Celtus on top, making the combo droid tank. And then that also gives it a huge boost in battle power in the form of a huge spike. And then it could do the little Chaji thing where it burrows the Celtus into the ground and just pierce straight through the Daimyo's skull. Because it pierces straight into rock. Like, it just churns the boulders out from the ground, and rock is much harder than bone, which the skull is made out of. So 100% a charging Celtus with horn on top would shatter through a Hermitaur skull. Maybe not the Stone Fist, because that thing is meaty AF, but definitely the rest. And I spent so long laboring this point that I'm actually out of time.
Nice.
3, 2, 1. Go!
Stone Fist Hermitaur is like a Daimyo Hermitaur, except like he has a big stone fist, and it's really hard, and it's also quite sharp, and he makes him bigger. And Celtus Queen, insects are known for their not generally being that hard, right? Like that's definitely a thing, and you can't say otherwise because it's during my time. And because of this, Stone Fist will be able to just sort of like punch it with his Stone Fist because it's really strong. And it will also block any charges because he does actively use it as a shield. Like that is one of the descriptions of him, is that he uses it as a shield. So it's not like he'll like try and poke his fleshy backside to the drill torn. But you know, and it's very strong. It's very I don't think you can hit it with any weapons either. So it makes everything fucking bounce. That thing's incredible.
Does it make the club bounce?
Is my time up?
Yeah, your time's up.
Yeah, now.
Time. Well, I mean, I was just looking at the time. I was just trying to like process what numbers I was seeing. When I finally understood, the time was
essentially made me waste 8 seconds.
No, it wasn't 8. So, I mean, I win, right?
No.
What do you mean, no? It's
Why?
She's a queen!
So he's the Stone Fist.
That's not a title!
Titles don't mean you, like, being called a queen doesn't make you good at combat.
Look, Selta's queen is known as the Heavy Beetle. What do you have, son?
He's got a giant fucking stone claw!
It's not literally made out of stone, though. It's just.
Well, no, but it's called
bigger.
that for a reason.
By the way, little
Totally
side crab
yeah.
here, side walk,
Okay.
side tangent, like a crab do. The title of Stonefist is Crab Ramparts.
Beautiful. I love that. That's wonderful.
Behold, Crab Ramparts!
See, the problem I'm having with this full random thing is the monsters that I know the best are the world monsters, and because I can't choose, and there's much less world monsters than other monsters, I'm getting a lot of things that, like, I only know tangential things about, essentially.
Hey, you know your Hermitaur.
I find it weird that we got an insect against a crab.
Yeah, that's actually really good. So, Selta's queen's grabby tail that could crunch through Crab Claw pretty succinctly. Honestly,
Well,
maybe not Stonefist shell. 'Cause
yeah.
that's it's a lot harder. Maybe not the Stonefist itself, but she could certainly shear off the non-Stonefist because that's just nothing. And the thing is, I don't think a Daimyo could really hurt her that much because she is a literal walking tank. Like she just.
Well, it essentially depends if the stone fist would
She
be.
she tanks up, goes in close, legs together, and then she's just like, it's fucking hard trying to batter through her top shell. Not quite as much as literal crab shell, though exoskeleton.
I just want to know if he could, like, cut her leg off.
No.
That's all he really has to do.
The snipping power is not there. And
Yes, it is
chiefly
the problem.
beyond that, her leg is too thick to fit in his snipper.
You could get the right spot. You could do it in one good one if you had decent clippers.
If you had decent clippers, you could take her leg off. Oh well, boys, we need to go to the hardware store for this one. Look at the girth on her.
Look at those legs.
Oh, Lord, she thick.
Mr. Hermitaur, please calm down.
Do we have to fight? Why can't we love? Hell, she can launch. Well, no, she can't launch. That's the subspecies. But she could learn. She could learn.
She could love.
And then when she gets low, she can kill her Celtus that she'll keep summoning in and get a little bit of a heal. It's mostly a energy rejuvenation, so she can keep rampaging around. But like, if the Celtus does the pick her up and drop her down on Stonefish, like that might be an issue because he's gonna drop her on top of the spikes.
Yeah,
on
probably.
the,
'Cause, like even if he
on the
puts the
shell.
stone fist claw on top, that cinches it for me. Honestly, I'm on your side now.
What do you mean you're on my side now?
Well, I mean, it just has to drop him on. And, like that's a very simple answer that can't really be countered and done. That's it. There will be no poll for this one.
It depends if you think the spikes on the monobloss shell are enough to affect her undercarriage.
Like, I don't think she'd come out of it like full health or anything like that, but I just think she has a significant upper hand.
You're not very good at this arguing for your combatant component for this, are you?
No, I'm not. I argue for the truth. That's how you know when I say that some monsters should win. They should.
I argue for the truth. I argue for the truth and crabs everywhere.
You can't handle the truth!
You can't handle my crab. Wait, no, you can, as we've
What?
established. I mean, I guess if you've accepted defeat, I don't need to keep laboring the point, but like, that's...
No, we'll still let people vote, though. Just know that my vote's going for Celtus Queen.
That's... Ow. I mean, I did do a great drawing of her, to be fair, so...
It's very beautiful. I've been looking at it the whole time.
Oh, that's really nice of you. Bonus round!
Ah!
So we said we'd do the fight that was the most voted on comments. And
Yeah,
of
we
course,
did.
as it's Sod's Law, you did Vestoid versus Amatsu. And then specified specifically that I need to represent the Vestoid. So I'm not sure I'm happy with this occurrence.
I think
But-
it'll be fine.
But we'll give it a quick blast. But then we have a proper one that's quite actually a neat little suggestion that is pretty good. So thank you, Amatsu versus Vestoid guy. Ding! 3, 2, 1, go.
Fuck you! Fuck you! Get the fuck out of here!
Hey man, you said I had to just do the face. So
I'm insulted!
it only goes downhill from here. Trust me
Alright,
on that.
well, I mean, the battle's already over. As we discussed last time, the Vestoid paralyzes Amatsu, and Amatsu dies of a heart attack during the paralysis.
Yeah,
So-
it goes into anaplegic shock, and that's
Allergic to Vestoids, Amatsu is.
Yeah, that's what happens. Like, Amatsu is well known allergic to Vestoids. Like, that's their official. Like, if you look at Amatsu's official entry, there is a little footnote, and it says deathly afraid and allergic of Vestoids. The Vestoid explodes into bug bits, getting within 100 meters of Amatsu. All right. Bonus round over. 3, 2, 1, go.
That 3 and some gusto.
3.
Oh, fuck. If it wasn't Soulseer, I think that would be fair.
Is that Gore Magala?
Yeah.
Why is he screaming in pain?
Because that's the only way to make him not look like a pill.
Not look like a pill.
Why does yours look like someone dressed their llama up in a flower outfit?
Dressed their llama up in a flower outfit and then blinded it.
I feel like I still don't quite understand how powerful he is. Like, I feel like he's ridiculously powerful, but I feel like I don't understand it properly.
Well, to anything that's not an Elder Dragon, he's silly because the frenzy virus infects them, and then, you know, they have a whoopsie and fall over and die a little bit, then get back up, and then become stronger than ever, but only for a few days. Then they die a little bit more, but this time it lasts forever. 3, 2, 1, go!
Gore Magala has the frenzy virus. It's the fight's a joke against anything that's not an Elder Dragon.
Is that legal?
It kills them. Then they come back and want to kill other things, and then they just die again. Because that's how life is when you fight Gore Magala. He's scary. He's dangerous. He's dark. He's mysterious. He is the night.
Can you imagine a meeting between Gore Magala and Batman?
Yes.
I'm Batman.
Hi, Batman. I'm Gore Magala.
Keep going.
What do you mean keep going? How long do I have?
20 seconds.
Jesus Christ! Gore Magala is really strong, and then, like, even if you don't get, like, hit by his attacks, even though they do cover large areas and are not easily dodgeable, and Soulseer is literally blind. You're gonna get hit by frenzy and die. Anything that fights Soulseer gets the first hit.
3, 2, 1, go. Everything that fights Soulseer does not get the first hit. It constantly has the bubble aura that if something touches it, it goes crazy fuck you mode. So that's not at all a guarantee. But secondly, right, Gore Magala is also blind, so this is very much a blind fighting the blind situation here. They both rely on their senses. Like, Gore Magala senses the world via frenzy virus clouds. So we have someone spreading frenzy virus particles and seeing everything that touches them, and we have someone spreading bubbles and seeing everything that touches them. So we have quite the little dance going on. Where are you? I'm over here. Fight me. I would if I could find you. And it's just gonna keep going on for a little bit, but that's fine. So Soulseer is gonna get infected. There's no precedent to assume a non-Elder Dragon wouldn't get infected, but there's a couple factors here, and the factors I will go into in a minute because my time's up. So when something gets infected, it takes a while for it to actually take hold and kill them. Plenty long enough for the two creatures to do battle and one to kill the other. Because Gore Magala deliberately infects stuff and then runs away.
So what you're
doesn't
saying
wanna
is
fight
there may
them.
be a situation in which Gore and Mizitsune would both die.
No. Because while weak creatures go frenzied and then die after a couple days of rampaging, particularly strong individuals of a species, of which a deviant by definition is, because they are a unique, super powerful version of a species, they turn into apex monsters, which master the frenzy virus and become ungodly strong. So what you'd likely get here is an apex Soulseer Mizitsune, which would be hilariously, ridiculously powerful, but also just hilarious full stop, because it would now be a frothing rage zombie monster, but it's blind and has to see things with bubbles. So it'd just be tearing around the place, spewing bubbles in the hope that something pops and it can attack them. It's like the most silly, aggressive sight you've ever seen. It's like if SpongeBob got bitten by a zombie.
You know what worries me the most is one of Gore's big things is like, I'm gonna make it dark now, but it doesn't do anything. Or would it like pop the bubbles? Like, would you think the mist is like
the
thick
frenzy
enough?
virus particles would likely pop the bubbles, which would be an interesting interaction.
That'd be really hard for either of them to fight each other, just as a whole.
Like, once Gore goes super mode, he could probably at least match Soulseer's physical strength, but they're both quite powerful creatures, especially with Soulseer flipping around the place and bodying. A normal Mizutsune, I'd say Gore is stronger than physically, but not Soulseer. And Gore normally fights by infecting and running and then waiting for the infected to die, and that doesn't work here.
They counter each other so much visually that they just won't be able to hit each other. Like, they'll accidentally hit each other once in a blue moon, and that'll be it, unless the arena's like 10 feet by 10 feet. Which it would only be because we have blind contestants.
But also, even if the frenzy virus does take hold, if it lives long enough, it takes literally seconds for the monster to get back up stronger than ever. In the event that Soulseer went down, it would at most give Gore one free hit before he gets back up, super powered, and then Gore gets absolutely fucked.
He would probably hear him landing, though.
Okay, he would hear him. Alright, that's cool. I don't know what that's going to do for you, though.
He'll at least hit that one attack.
I mean, as soon as Gore pops a bubble, that's it.
Yeah, but the frenzy pops the bubble. See, there's going to be pops literally everywhere for both of them. Like, neither of them will have any idea what's going on. It'll like be like being permanently flashbanged.
So like the particles pop the bubbles and Gore attacks where the
like,
bubbles were.
all the time.
It's like putting two blind men in an arena, giving them a sword and telling them to flail around until one of them dies.
Yeah, essentially, which is why I'm saying nobody wins.
Well, I mean, one of them would eventually hit the other one, so it's whether it's who you think's got the most devastating hit. And Soulseer's enhanced like red sickle claws would absolutely shear through the baby shell of a Gore
Probably,
Magala.
but a lot of Gore's attacks are actually very like area of effect Coney type attacks that hit like large areas at once. So I'd say he might just get it just by accident faster. And his attacks do have some punch to them, so he might just whittle it down because he'll get more hits even if they're not as strong.
You know what I'm imagining?
What?
A Gore Magala affected by bubble. This is the slip and slide run! I am the knight! I am the knight! I am the knight!
Oh, this is fun!
Then he falls over a cliff and dies. And as we know, that's a valid victory condition. And it also has its red bubbles that it applies to itself to make it even stronger. So I think it would
Gore could get a red bubble too, couldn't he?
Yeah, by sheer happenstance.
Would the frenzy and the bubbles interact in a weird way?
I mean, maybe you could make frenzy bubbles.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Is
the
like,
thing here is not irrelevant to the fight. The notion of a frenzied Mizutsune is
really cool.
Is really cool because you could have frenzy bubbles. Like obviously we have hyper Mizutsune, and hyper is a stand-in for frenzy, but it's not really the same thing in a law sense. So a full-on frenzied Mizutsune would be a really interesting experience. You not put forth many arguments here. I'm a little bit disappointed.
Well, I don't have many. They're both blind. He has frenzy, and he's got more AoE attacks, so I think he'll whittle it down. But other than that, I've got very little to say. Like, they're going to struggle to even know where each other is.
I think they will accidentally hit each other, and I think Mizutsune's accidental hit will be much more devastating. That's the bottom line.
Yeah, I think Mizutsune definitely has the stronger single hit. I think that Gore will manage to get more off by accident. But whether that works out or not, you know, is up to...
Check this out, though. Official Soulseer description. Rumor says that the malice of an undying grudge burns within its closed eyes.
What does that have to do with anything?
Well, it's just pretty cool, right? So...
You just wanted to say that for the sake of saying that.
It was... Rumor says that the malice of an undying
We're gonna do the next monsters now.
Burns within
3, 2,
closed
1, go.
Rumor says that the malice...
I need to get someone else. Can I get someone else? Excuse me. Does anyone else want to do this? No? Okay.
I told you it went downhill from Celtis Queen.
That's not downhill. That's you looked at a wall and like split a pencil in half. Really. You shaved a pencil.
Well, you know what it is.
Yeah, because I knew what this fight was. I wouldn't otherwise.
Nah, you would. There's only one creature with spiral golden horns.
Yes, because I know that those are spiral golden horns, and that's a face.
Well, you drew a lily mantis, so...
No, I actually, I didn't realize until very late in the process that those were eyes. I thought they were ears, so I accidentally drew alpaca ka.
Oh, it does look like alpaca ka! Alpaca ka!
As I was like messing with the mouth, I was like, wait a second, those are the eyes. Oh.
Also, but like, it's an insect, and you said you thought they were ears.
What do you think I know about insects?
Hey, I found insects with ears.
Well, I mean, that's not incorrect at all. Not what you wanted, but it's not wrong.
Alright, the fight! Okay, so this, guys, is your most requested non-Vestoid versus...
That's called Taroth for people that couldn't work it out.
Versus Ahtal. Alpaca ka. So thanks for your suggestion, Mr. Ding.
Hi. Nice to see you.
Look at that guy.
You can leave
Look at
now,
him.
but
He's-
thank you.
Oh, no, come back. He's very handsome, very pretty, you know.
Okay, that's an interesting thing to say.
3, 2, 1, go! Kulve Taroth, the Queen of Gold, the glorious dragon. All right, this is an elder dragon versus a non-elder dragon. So you already think about that as a statement. That's a pretty damning statement for any fight. Okay, and it is she's literally sheathed in metal. All right, it might be gold, it might be soft metal, but it's still fucking metal, and that is. I mean, that is not happening, right? If we ignore Ahtal Nesto, which, you know, I think is fair to say we're not allowed to use Ahtal Nesto, then you just have a little tiny mantis that's just dinking off metallic shell as it gets fucking roasted, right? As she gets absolutely just melted with breath that instantly makes gold melt. Now, look, again, gold is not the hardest to melt metal, but it still needs 1,000 degrees, 1,064 to be precise, and that happens instantly, which means her breath instantly heats something to 1,000 degrees. Shut the fuck up, which means that mantis is instantly dead. 3, 2, 1. Remember, you can't use Ahtal Nesto. Go!
Yeah, you can't do that because I can use Ahtal Nesto.
Nope,
like that's
I said it.
That's like saying, oh, right, it's called Taroth, but she doesn't get to use the fire breath at all. No,
all right. Kulve Taroth without fire breath versus Ahtal Ka without Ahtal Nesto. I'm cool with that.
Dragonators, bitch.
Dragonators, bitch.
You think Kulve Taroth would appreciate getting fucking dragonated repeatedly by 4 at a time? Nah. Nah. Even without the giant mech that would have a higher melting point than gold. Even without that, fucking the Dragonators are gonna fuck up Kulve Taroth. She got nothing against that. She's just getting beaten down by these giant, powerful fucking silk strings. You're gonna just slap her with Dragonators and with a giant Ferris wheel. It's not a Ferris wheel, but that's what my brain decided it was called.
Look, this is a great matchup. It's the two Queens of Gold, and this is an inspired choice. I'm really happy. Like this is something that's fantastic. I adore both these monsters. But look, the Dragonators are gonna struggle at piercing literally solid sheets of metal that are that thick. Like they're gonna dink. All right, they're gonna leave little dents, and then they're gonna dink. And she can replenish her gold, as we've seen. All right, granted, you know that might need the caverns of El Dorado. So it depends on the terrain. But yeah, surely a bombardment of Dragonators is pretty good at fighting a dragon. You know, I'm not gonna lie. But out of all of the dragons, Kulve Taroth has one hell of an impressive defense, given her sheet. The Ahtal Nesto, I mean, I'm surprised you're not just going, it gets in a fucking mech 3 times the size of her and stands on her. I
don't think it needs that.
Well, you think Alpaca Ka could beat Kulve Taroth without going in Ahtal Nesto?
Without the Nesto.
That is absurd! Literally one blast of that beam and Ahtal Ka even is just a pile of mantis.
Yeah, but Kulve doesn't even care to attack back against 4 hunters beating on her for the entire first area.
That's how fucking strong she is! She's like, bitch, this ain't nothing.
But the point is...
This ain't no thing!
Ahtal gets a free open up Dragonator hit before Kulve is gonna care.
No, because you can't apply that logic to a battlefield setup like that, because they're being put in an arena against each other. Kulve's not in her familiar territory. She's
Well,
only
it's not like
ignoring
Kulve,
us
like-
because she's trying to get away and go back in her burrows, and she's just doing her thing. Like, if this monster is staring her down and they're in a clear arena where, you know, this is happening, she's not just gonna wander
but
in
to
a
her,
circle like, okay, I guess I'll just walk around and see what happens. I mean, as soon as she starts pulling Dragonators out the ground, Taroth's gonna be like, oh, holy shit.
Can, like, lore-wise, is Ahtal capable of throwing Dragonators around while in the mech? Because I know it can't do that in game.
No,
that'd be broken,
no, she requires
but
her
I feel
threads
like
to do that, and while in a mech, she's using all her threads. That's what controls the mech.
Okay.
See, the interesting thing here, though, is the thread is golden thread, so Kulve would probably be like, oh yes, slather me in it.
Well, I think the main question is also, for the golden threads, would they have the same melting point as normal gold? Because if Kulve could, like, burn through the threads, then Nesto's like,
Well, yeah, that's actually a really, really good point. I mean, it's literally golden silk, and if something can melt gold instantly, it can certainly burn silk.
So I feel like Nesto literally gets to exist until Kulve, like, fires through it eventually, which would take Kulve a little bit, because Kulve
The thing is, you got to realize her beam is not 1,000 degrees hot, because if it was, it would take a little while to start the gold landslide. It in less than a second takes a golden floor from 0 to well past 1,000 for it to instantly river. So her beam would just start shearing through great globs of Ahtal Nesto, and it would burn away all the string inside and cause it to collapse.
I fully agree with this.
I think this strictly comes down to how much damage you think her just rolling onto Ahtal will do, which, given the size and weight
that's
difference,
probably quite a bit.
Yeah, that's a cracked.
It's essentially
Carapecian
just,
shell.
do you think Dragonators could do enough before Kulve just accidentally crushes?
The way that Ahtal can do the Dragonators and all of that shenanigans is with the line of thread that is weaving over the top of
but
her
it happens
area.
fast enough that I'm hoping that Kulve would be slow enough to not react in time.
Yeah, she'll maybe take a volley, but you know Kulve's move where she fires the heat beam straight forward and then lifts her head up and it like whoosh into the sky, like it does like a 90-degree sweep upwards? If she did that in the arena that they're fighting in, then it would just cleave through all of the thread above and cause it all to just come like floating down, like someone
that would have
just
some problems.
just karate chopped a spider web in the middle and it just split in half and floated down, now unstable. And what's a neat little side effect is it's entirely likely that if they're fighting on sand, which is a neutral battleground, then Kulve would keep turning the floor into glass, which is nice.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, but then you've got a glass floor and a skittering insect, so it's sliding all over the place. Right, they didn't think that one up, but yeah, that's actually
No, I didn't, but that's that one. We did the Stonefist Hermitaur versus Celtis Queen. Amatsu versus Vestoids as the bonus because you guys wanted to see it. Gore Magala versus Soulseer Mitsutsude, which is actually a very interesting one. I think we could have spent like hours on if we really wanted to.
Yeah, I think
there's a lot in there. And then Ahtal versus Taroth, which unfortunately one of them has the heat ability to melting point, the other one. Do the votes in the comments. Let us know who you want to see next week. You guys vote for one again.
Top voted matchup we will represent.
We'll do it.
Like you enjoyed this, guys. Subscribe for more. Something very important that I forgot about.
What?
Rumor says that the malice of an undying grudge burns within its closed. The best way to do it is when you accept like a delivery.
Thank you for this food.
And then they walk away feeling